This is Nova 100. You're on the air with Jason Lauren. Clint's here as well. As we do, thanks to our mates at Shell Ready Express.
Guys, I want to talk about my nan, Nana Marg. You know Nana Marg.
I know her.
Absolute trooper.
Beautiful woman.
She should be she's an Australian treasure.
Yeah.
She's 93.
You can become Senior Australian of the Year. You should put her forward.
Can you?
Yeah.
Just for being an all-round legend.
Just for being old.
Question. You went to you had dinner last night at 4. Do you reckon Nana Marg...
4:55, thank you.
Nana Marg ate later than you and she's 93?
Probably. I went to her place the other day and she made lunch and it was like 2:30 and I thought, God, this is close to my dinner time.
This spins me out. Her place. She still lives independently.
So Nan, my beautiful Nan, Nana Marg, all my friends know her. She's been, like when we would holiday as a family, Nana Marg would always come. She's a fixture. She's part of the clan.
She's the queen.
She's the queen of our
matriarch.
Family. Yeah, absolutely. She's 93. She lives in the family home still. And just before Easter, she had a fall. I got the dreaded call saying Nan's had a fall. She wears an Apple Watch, which is really cool for someone who's 93. But the Apple Watch actually detects when you fall over and it alerts people. Yeah. So I was interstate at the time. My brother got it. My mum, my stepdad get a notification. Nan's had a fall. Then it says on her Apple Watch, which is great for anyone that doesn't know this is the thing. You can. It's an amazing tool to have for people who are elderly and live on their own. And it automatically calls an ambulance and then you can say whether you want it or not. She said, nah, not for me. I don't want an ambulance.
But she's had a fall.
She was outside. She's 93 and she decided that she thought the pool needed some more water.
She's got a pool.
She's got a pool, mate. And she thought it needed some more water because it had been warm. So she's going to put the hose in it.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
She's 93.
I know.
Doesn't she have a pool guy?
She has a pool guy.
Is he handsome?
I don't know. I should venture over more often when the pool man's there. Anyway, unfortunately, she has tripped over the hose. My brother's got the alert. He's rushed over. My stepdad went over. I was interstate. She got up and...
So she tripped near the pool.
On the hose.
This could have ended so much worse.
Yeah. Well, it's bad enough when someone old... And when you get that call saying Nan's had a fall, I was like...
So she's up.
I was gutted. And Mum said, look, she's okay. She's walked out to the car. So they've got her up. They've got her out to the car because we didn't know how bad the fall was. And she was like, I don't need an ambulance. I'm fine. She walks out to the car. They get her to the hospital. She's broken her hip and her shoulder.
And she didn't get an ambulance. She's 93.
Her
and
shoulder
she walked
as well.
to the car. When they say we're not built, we don't build them like they used to.
We're not built like they used to.
So, geez, the hips go quick, don't they?
So she's got a new hip, right?
Yeah.
I think at 93 it's scary enough having an operation, like going under.
Absolutely.
And anyway, I go and visit her in the rehab and she's like, oh, silly me. I've got a new hip. I'll be fine. Broken shoulder. 2.5 weeks later, she's back at home, walking around cooking me lunch.
What a tough cookie.
Sorry, what was the last bit?
Cooking me lunch. I was like, can I bring anything? She goes, no, I've got a quiche here for you.
A quiche?
It's in the oven.
I love a
Come on
quiche.
over, love.
Such a
So I get
93-year-old
over there.
dick.
How good's a quiche?
How dare you? I love a quiche.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
that's
like a
why
quiche
I have
too.
them for dinner
you're
often with a little
Clint
side
Nanaway.
salad.
Yeah, she's gone and got a quiche.
So she got knocked down, she got back up again.
She got knocked down and she got up again. How tough are grandparents?
I just balled up my fist.
How tough is your nan? How tough is your nana? I really need to know.
I was hoping you'd play Chumbawamba.
I know, but Moby, our production guy, had already done all the work
I'll
on
let
that
you
one.
in.
How tough is your nan? On 13, 24, 10, I want to know how tough your grandparent is.
Yes.
And it can be grandpa too. But there's something about nans and grandparents that they just keep going. Like I would have called an ambulance if I'd have fallen and broken my finger.
And that's why we've got the ambulance crisis.
The ramping crisis.
She's walked to the
Phillips
car.
needs an ambulance.
Is your grandma out
she's
there?
done the pinky.
My grandma, she has little Barneys with some of the inmates at the retirement home. Like she has actual fisticuffs.
Are you like a puncher's thrown?
And she always wins. She's very strong.
Oh my-
She got like a little shiv.
Michael.
She needs one.
She's-
It's Mother's Day. Get her one.
She shaved one of the cards from the deck of cards down.
My great grandmother was 101 when she passed away.
Wow.
And she used to complain in the nursing home that they were all so old. And I'd be like, Nan, you're older than them by like 30 years.
Yeah.
She'd have a shandy at night time.
Good on her.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to know, how tough is your nan? Is she out there like my nan at 93, putting water in the pool and watering the garden herself. What's she doing?
This
Clint,
is-
what about your nan? Not your nan, the neighbour who was your nan.
Oh,
was very elderly and used to
yes.
take your bins out for you.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, they were the days. I should never have moved from Hawthorn. Now I've got to bring my bins in.
I mean, it was going to come to an end
Yeah.
at some point.
All right, Melbourne, 13,
No, she's
20,
still with
14.
us.
Right, okay.
She's still with us.
How tough is your nan? Play it again.
Oh,
Oh,
we're asking.
How tough is your nan? How tough is your nana? I really need to know.
We're talking about how they don't build them like they used
Nope.
to. My nan is tough as nails. She tripped over the other day when she was at 93 going out to put the hose in the pool to give it a bit more water because it had been warm. She broke her hip and broke her shoulder and she got up and walked to the car to get to
I'll
the
give you the red
hospital.
hot tip.
She's had a new hip and she's got a broken shoulder and she's out of rehab, and I popped over the other day and she cooked me lunch.
Yeah,
2.5 weeks after having a new hip and a broken shoulder.
Growing up, her mum's mum, my nan, lived with us, and she'd make my bed till I was like 16.
Yeah, nans just get their hand. I mean,
you lazy sod.
it's not
If
how lazy is your son. It's how tough
Sorry,
is your nan.
sorry.
If I broke my hip and my shoulder, I'd take 6 months off work.
So would I.
Like 6 months.
That's what the
Genuine.
That's what the footballers do.
Sick leave.
Mount Waverley, Jess is called up. Morning.
Morning.
How tough is your nan?
Oh, she's so tough. So she was mowing the lawns at like the grand old age of 85.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yep. And like it was an old school lawnmower, and it flicked up a rock that like got embedded in her shin.
Ooh.
And my gran didn't drive, and she didn't want to bother a taxi person because she'd get the taxi dirty with the blood.
Fair
so
point.
she walked to the GP, which would have been like, I don't know, a fair way, with this rock in her leg, and just kind of wandered in and said, "Oh, I've got something in my leg," and they were like, "What is going on?"
And she walked there. Now, your nan's in Mount Waverley. That's where my nan lives, and that's
Same.
where Clint's nan lives. There
Oh, maybe
must be
there's
something in the water in
There
Mount
is.
Waverley. They're tough as nails out there.
3149.
But grandparents just get
Good
their
on 'em.
hands dirty. They just
I
they don't
know.
want to bother
They
anyone.
carry on. You know why? They've been through the Great Depression.
Is that what it
Yep.
was?
Yep. They were hard times back then.
Thanks, Clint Nanaway. Let's go to Ruby in Baronia. Good morning, Rubes.
Morning. My husband's 90-year-old grandmother was a real daredevil last year. She went skydiving at the age of 90.
Oh, I love seeing this on the news when they throw old people
We
out
do
of
it
a
on
plane.
weekend.
Oh my,
today
was
quite
she
a lot.
scared? Was she scared, or she was just like, nah, this is living?
I think she was, but she, you can actually watch the news article on 7 or Channel 9.
Awesome.
Betty
That's
Millett.
amazing.
But she actually wanted to go again by the end of it.
But the landing must be hard when your bones are
No,
a bit
the
brittle.
She
guy that-
actually, funnily enough, she actually was the only one out of the granddaughters that landed perfectly.
Well done, Nan. Well done,
That's amazing.
Nan.
She go a second time?
No, sadly she did pass away in March.
Oh, what was Nan's
Yeah.
name?
Betty Millett.
Betty. Good on you, Betty
Yeah,
Malott.
you should have
Tough as nails.
sprinkled the ashes via a skydive. That
Well,
would've
they
been
might have
fitting.
done that. You never know.
Jeez.
No?
It's a lot of wind. You just-
Wow.
you don't want
to
to.
scatter them better.
Be free.
Scatter them.
Be free now. All right, Darcy, good morning.
How you doing?
How tough is your nan?
She locked herself out one day. Mind you, she was 100 at this point. And to set the scene a little bit, she's got a set of bins next to her fence or near her front door.
No.
So, yeah, she decided to climb them to get back over the fence.
And did she get over?
Well, thankfully, amidst it, a neighbour had called her son, who came and stopped her and got her down.
I don't think I could get on top of a
100.
wheelie bin.
No, it'd
and you're in
collapse.
your 40s.
Yeah.
100. And she's climbed on top of the bins. Good on
God
you, Nan.
almighty.
But you know what? She would have been so annoyed when she was stopped as
Yeah.
well. She would have been like, I got this, guys. What are you all worried about? You young punks are 30. I've lasted 100 years on this earth. I know how to do it.
I'd be sitting there cross-legged on the front lawn waiting for the locksmith.
Yeah, like my nan, she was born in 1931.
That's old.
Wow.
Wow. Like, that's nearly the 20s, and we're in the 20s now,
That's crazy.
isn't it?
Well, she's in her 90s, so it's edging closer.
Is that PlayStation 1 era?
I don't know what they played
a
with back
Nokia.
then. Marbles, maybe. They
Johnny.
played marbles? I think so. John.
G'day, John.
Hello, how you going?
We're good, mate.
How tough's your nan?
So she was a very independent woman. She would travel all around Melbourne, train, tram, walking. She just sort of got herself around everywhere.
Yeah.
One day she was walking along the road and a couple of guys, one driving the scooter, one on behind, came past and tried to put their arm through the strap on her bag.
Oh, to steal her handbag.
Yeah, to steal her handbag. And she pulled that guy clean off the back of the scooter as it zoomed by and proceeded to whack him with her bag until a couple of guys came over and apprehended him, and the cops got him. So,
Good on you,
That is-
Nan. What's Nan's name? What was Nan's name?
Maria.
Don't mess with Maria.
Don't mess with Maria and her handbag.
Bloody hell.
It would have been like one of those ones the Queen used to carry, like a bowling bag.
And there'd be nothing in there.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
yeah.
no, she'd have cash because they
And
don't like the bank.
Oh, they don't trust the bank. Don't trust the bank.
And a lippy. And a lippy.
Oh,
And a
lippy.
lippy,
Always
yeah.
a lippy.
Some Estee Lauder.
First day my nan got out of hospital with a broken hip and new shoulder. She said, "Take me straight to the hairdresser. I'm getting a blowover. I can't
Oh, she wanted a
stand it."
What's that, Chloe?
Straight for a blowover.
No, a blozzer.
Straight for a blozzer.
That's why they're looking at me funny when I ask.
Jason Lauren.
Jason Lauren. Wake up feeling good.
Follow them on the socials.